last hour folder?
What folder are you sending it to him in?
Last hour?
I'm putting it in the last hour folder.
Last hour
Oh,
photo, yes.
sounds like the last hour folder is where we need to look.
If there's
We're back,
anything I
by the
can be
way.
an expert on, it's hair.
Yeah, because
And
you
I
have a
think-
lot of it.
I think she has the most fantastic hair of any in the Kickstarter.
Are we back on the internet?
Yes, we're back on.
Okay.
Okay.
Have to do a refresh here.
All right.
Video is uploaded.
Video's up. So
man.
so for those that we got dropped or whatever, I don't know when we pick back up, or we're trying to get a turnaround video of the Storm Giant Queen. So yeah,
Have it. Are you ready?
I
Well,
think
let me make
Collins
sure
kicked
we-
the plug
Here's
out.
the turnaround.
Here we
you guys.
go. Are you on in 5,
Refresh
4?
your page.
Hold on. I want to make sure we're back. I want to make sure people refresh.
We're here.
Hey, Justin.
5,
Hey, Proctor.
4. Yes.
Proctor.
Yes, I'm here.
We are going to put
I'm
out
here.
a free adventure of the Rot Stump Bog so people can use these figures with the adventure.
Boom.
Ooh.
Did you hear that? Only if it's unlocked, though, right?
We'll put the adventure out anyway.
Yeah.
But if you get the figures, it's just gravy.
Yeah. Okay. So there will
Almost at
be
18.
Yeah, there will be a adventure set coming out with the bog, regardless of whether it will be unlocked. And we are efforting to get the turn. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Look at this hair, guys.
Yeah.
Look at this hair.
That's really cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
that's pretty good. That's really good. Wow. Look at that. Just showing that turnaround, Ron, the numbers are going crazy. And just skyrocketing.
That's the countdown.
Yeah, oh, sorry. That's the countdown. But now she's, wow. That's a really nice piece. I hadn't seen this before. It's really good.
That's going to take a lot of paint.
Yeah, it's gonna take. You're gonna need to buy some extra exclusive set paints. So
I kind of
add a few more of those in.
Painter.
I gotta go. I'll be down
So
there
you
in
can
a quarter
compare
till.
the old
All right.
giant
Oh, yeah.
girl to the new one.
What about the?
I believe that's
Promo
bigger than
goblin.
Euphema. By a ways.
Goodbye.
He hung up on that. Thank you, Jackson. We had exclusive content with Ron Hawkins, a sequestered
Who
in his
sculptor?
office.
This is a Chris Lewis sculpt.
Wow. I really wanted to know about the promo goblin,
Yeah,
but instead I got dissed.
yeah,
Because the information is unknowable.
yeah,
That shield is so cool too.
yeah.
Yep.
Does anybody that be listening for your raffle ticket in the background, please,
Yeah, in case
so
you
you
have
don't
one at
miss
home.
what you potentially won?
Husband okayed me to go up to 425. Well, thank you very much.
Awesome. That's
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Thank you, husband.
Hey, Justin,
Thanks for asking.
do you like this piece?
I do.
What
I
do
think it's fantastic.
What do you like about it?
The hair,
Yeah.
honestly, hands
Yeah.
down the hair. The hair is. And I do like the shield too, but that hair is just insane.
And I
Yeah.
have to get Chris always does a lot of research for his costumes, but I think this costume
Yeah.
really shows how much he dives into the history and stuff for a particular.
I won.
piece.
No.
No.
Quit interrupting, Christine. What's wrong
Oh,
with you?
Lord.
She was doing the art thing, and you went all
I
bonkers.
know.
I'm sorry.
Okay, what do we got here?
I'm
So,
so sorry. I'm
we're up
sorry,
on the
Christine.
back. Here's
I just couldn't
amazing.
pass
That
on
looks very
that.
cool, very nice. Yep.
The stream is not dead.
Great picture.
Rigness 44.
Yeah.
It's just you.
Look at that. Look how much we've driven this up. Just us
do
doing this. This
too.
is all
I
us.
don't like exclusives.
Tuck it
We
back.
get it. We get that you don't like. A lot of people don't like exclusives, but a lot more people like them. So
And some things are just economically
Yeah.
necessary. Like the pirate ship.
Yeah.
There's no way that they can maintain constant
Right.
production of the pirate ship.
it's a special occasion miniature.
That's right.
That's probably not going to sell at full retail because it won't.
That's
Right?
exactly right. It's too big. It's too expensive to. I mean,
Oh, look at that.
the margin is too small on it to make it
Look at
viable to
that.
keep it in the
Thank you,
warehouse.
Michael. That's actually what I
And
was
so to
going
even do it at all,
Sweet.
make a Kickstarter exclusive is the only
Here, let's give
reasonable
me
way
this
to do
stupid
it.
thing.
Yeah, I think one of the benefits to working with Reaper is how much creative freedom we get to do. And when we get to pitch really cool ideas that are maybe out of the ordinary or not what you'd find in your local game store, sometimes we can get some of those ideas in on these Kickstarter exclusives, where we might not be able to make a whole ton of them, but you guys can still have access to these unique things.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacob Jensen.
Well, and to be fair, we don't do a lot of exclusives, so.
Right.
No, there's not many, but unfortunately, there's just no way to sugarcoat
Yep.
the fact that Chris Lewis seems to be doing all of them.
Yeah, what the hell's with that?
Yeah.
See? Everybody's clapping for your
Yep,
figures.
very good. So tell us about these figures, Christine.
Yes,
Is
her-
this
her
an
awesome
example
figures.
of your artistic freedom?
Well, certainly the Fungal Queen. She's a resculpt from the original sculpt I did for, I think, Bones,
Oh,
if I remember that far back.
we're going to get some
Um,
back shots.
Back shot.
And she was kind of a landmark piece for me to show where I started versus where I'm at personally in my artistic growth.
Uh-huh.
And I'm really proud of how she came out. I think,
Do you put a little mark on the door jamb?
yeah, like this is how far I've come. Yeah. Shimmer scale was a particular challenge because there aren't a lot of fairy dragon minis out there. There's not a lot to build on in terms of other artistic representations of them in miniature. So that was really kind of my own free space to play around and design. I was really inspired by hummingbirds and different moths and different butterflies that sort of had this transient quality where they were sort of ethereal and sort of real and
Oh, they weren't
sort of
homeless?
living in that liminal space. So that was kind of was going for with that one.
Those are vagrants.
Vagrant, sorry.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I really don't know.
With the Fungal King, I was just trying to channel as much inner weeby as I possibly could
Oh, right.
in
Yeah.
terms of like texture and
That's
like
Avon.
make it
Mushrooms.
make it awesome.
Channel that weed.
So how many different types of mushrooms do you have representative on that?
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't keep track.
You are not channeling your inner weaving
Yeah.
if you can't answer
Yeah.
that question.
Will there be a possibility of more familiars? Oh, I think. Well, there's familiars
I
in the
see
Kickstarter,
6
right?
at least, right?
I see the fairy
Yeah, at
dragon
least.
is
Yeah,
indicative
at
of you channeling your inner
The
One,
the
two,
giant
3, 4, 5.
the
6,
giant 110
7.
millimeters roughly
About 8.
to the
Yeah.
eye.
8 to
Great.
10.
That's
something
the
like
eye.
that.
to the eyes.
That's wonderful. That's a wonderful piece.
It's huge.
I can't wait to see it painted.
Me too.
Are you thinking?
Proctor's gonna paint it.
Are you thinking fluorescence on some of it? Because I think fluorescence would be interesting.
Don't tell me how to paint.
Shut up, you.
I'll freaking paint my
I
own
asked
colors.
if you were thinking about fluorescence. Yeah, you don't think about much.
I just paint. I don't worry.
But I told him if he paints the Fungal King, he has to paint the Fungal Queen because they
Yeah.
come as a pair. You have to do them
Okay.
both.
Yep, I'm excited.
Let's keep
So-
the money
There
going.
you go,
Yes,
right
let's
there.
keep the money
The
going.
real POTUS 98. Minis are the foundation of a strong marriage.
They are.
It's a truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yes.
And it works the other way too, right?
These are pieces that are not suited for retail production. Someone's typing in there. I can't read it anymore. You either get them
Until
as
she
an
reads how much
exclusive or
I've
not at all.
Well, those are sorts of questions for the Pugh brothers, not
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
pissing
Hey, you know what?
artists.
Look, sometimes just the way the math works, some things have to be exclusive, and
Stygian-
sometimes they don't.
Stygian Bards, I don't believe, was called an exclusive when they put it out.
Yeah.
And there are some things that got affected by COVID as far as restocking on some of that plastic. So,
Look, and I think it's good to be transparent and say, hey, this is exclusive for the Kickstarter, and be upfront with it and say, look, this is the only time we're going to be able to do it, and we aren't going to do it going forward. So there's no misleading, saying, oh, they'll be available later. Hey, sorry, they're just not going to be available later.
Storm
Yeah.
Giant, Ron said was 110 millimeters
Yeah.
To the eye.
to the eye.
Oh,
The
to the
eye.
eye.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the spears even, of course, more. That's huge.
But
That's a
all these
great-
numbers were before he
On
was
the three
doxxed,
barbarians,
so they're subject to change.
are they going to get open? What's the stats on the 3 barbarians? I know
Oh.
we get one, we're getting them all 3.
Yeah.
That's another Ron
Yeah.
question.
If one unlocks, all three will unlock.
Yeah.
But
I will be bitter if those all three don't. get
hey,
unlocked.
what our next goal was at 850? Was that it?
I thought it said, is it 850 or
Bitter.
890? No, it's 8:50. It's got to
Yeah.
be 8:50.
Yeah.
Did Justin update the clock? Did you update the
8:45.
clock yet, Justin?
It's 8:45. Yeah, it's updated.
Okay.
Wow, 8:45. So we only got
Oh, we're
26.
so close, guys.
Yeah,
We're so close.
Yeah, let's get this. Come on.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is close.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy, Chris is really rocking it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
The bastard.
Hey, Bobby, read the
No.
story in that voice you were doing last night.
Don't read the story, Bobby. Don't read the story, please.
Just stormed the giant's
I
tower,
want Justin
almost
to read it
over
through his
all
phone.
living beings.
Barbarian Pimps is unlocked already. Yes, that's true. And I believe that the
All
decision was
three of
made
them?
to make all three.
All
But I'm
three?
not sure. I'm not sure. I might be
Oh,
not speaking correctly.
we should know more about what's going on than we do.
We should.
I think they put the monkeys in charge of this show because I don't know anything.
Justin, throw up that second,
Right. So you're not one of the monkeys, is what you're trying to tell me.
the second one that we just
I was
revealed.
saying,
Yeah.
I shouldn't
yeah.
be answering questions. I don't know anything.
190 backers from the next barbarian level. It's
all right.
keyed to backer quantity.
Right.
not
Hey,
money
can you
quantity.
zoom in more on the minis there? Especially some of the
Let's
smaller
see some
ones.
Sturge close up.
Yeah.
Oh, the paints. I love the names on the paints this
Oh, look
time
at that.
around. It's
Aren't
so
those
cool.
Cute.
Yeah, look at that.
Those Sturges are
Aw.
so cute.
The lighthouse did not get removed. It got unlocked.
I had this first time I'm
If
seeing
you
the guy
can't
in
see
the
the
stump.
lighthouse right now, it's probably being changed out. The graphic is probably being
The
changed
guy on the upper left of the image is a dead guy in the stump of a tree.
Is that a white knight horse helmet?
Yes, it is.
out. Yep.
Cool.
He's from an adventure that's been written, and he's
Wonderland?
He's part of an encounter. I can't remember the name of the.
Yeah, Joseph's already written the encounter. Ron said that it'll be released. So it'll tie along with this.
And the,
So
and the
is-
party finds a dead guy in a stump.
Really? And you sculpted the dead. He doesn't come back to life. Or
Dude,
anything?
that
That's a
little-
lot of sculpting for just a dead guy. you know?
Right, yeah.
It doesn't move. I mean, if he was a zombie, I'd understand sculpting him, but
I'm the pissant, not the art
this is
director.
just a corpse. You could have done this with just a wad of
Ooh,
paper.
Copperhand says this is one of my favorites so far.
Okay, now
Hey.
that
Who
we're
said that?
listening,
Copperhand.
Copperhand.
Well done,
I
Copperhand.
can't.
know, right?
I can't really see.
I like the little familiar.
I like the rat.
The,
The rat's fun.
Oh, what
Yeah,
are
the
the what are
little
the little
rats
guys
and
at the
beasts.
bottom, Bobby?
They're little goblin characters. They're
Yeah.
little
Okay.
armored goblins. And then
almost
we got a
a
female
little,
marrow. 3 goblin characters: the goblin
little-
wizard and his familiar.
little
dead
tiny
guy
bit
and some
frowdy in
Sturges.
there, Bobby.
I like the
Yeah, it's a
design of
little
these
Freudian.
new goblins. It's different than you've done before, but it's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
They're just more armored. It's really the same little goblins.
Yeah.
They just are.
Promo
better
Goblin could have
equipped.
fit in this encounter. Yeah, it sure could have.
The promo goblin certainly could have fit in here.
He had
Is
the
but-
goblin
is the
brush
cloaked one
and
a
ZBrush,
Cyclops?
and he
Somebody
just
failed.
throws stuff on there. Yeah.
No, he's
They're
He's got two
pre-gen
eyes, I
goblins,
believe.
and he's
yes.
just
The,
you know.
the wizard has 2 eyes. That's just
Takes
kind of like a
full
little
credit for
headband
something.
pulled down to the bridge of
First Bone
bridge of his
Snapper Mini.
nose.
Yep, it is.
Bone Snapper. Is that the lizard?
That's the Andy sculpt. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I really like the scale patterns that he was using on that.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool.
looks good.
Because it's kind of like a crocodile with the bigger ones going down the center.
Yep.
I think that'll look really neat painted.
Yeah, green goblins though. They would be green.
No slaughter pigs. Well,
Orange
who
goblin.
knows? Who knows? I think I heard something about on the phone conversation a last hour folder or something.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, what's our number?
Yeah, we can't see the number
can't see
now.
the number.
Can't see the number.
Come on, Justin.
And we
What's the
gotta-
number? Can't see the number.
18,
Oh,
13.
look at that.
Oh, it's climbing.
yeah.
You know, to be honest, I was expecting 1.9 when we just saw it like that. I was thinking, 1.9 easy.
1.9 just for the Sturges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the
Right.
Sturges alone.
Exactly.
I think we need some female goblins next time. Some of them are female, I believe.
Well, that one oh, the
All
goblin.
of those are female.
How can you tell,
You
right?
check their little genitals.
All right.
Ah,
And in that moment, we kick Bobby
I'll
off the
trust
show.
you on that one.
I'm sorry?
I'm getting a clicking sound. Like a click, 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 click. Huh? I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Sexing
battery run
goblins
out?
is like sexing chickens,
I'll be back.
Ah,
All right.
but a little more dangerous.
By multiple sets so you can have a sturge swarm. Yep, that's very smart. That's how you get a sturge swarm.
That's right.
Then you'll have a whole lot of goblins too.
I'd love some goblin adventurers.
yeah, that'd be super
That's
cool.
a great idea.
Yep.
Email Ronald.
Graziati in the background. Yeah, Graz is back there. Sturges are nasty little things. Yep.
Yeah, that's Graziati in the background there.
Who sculpted the spider in the denizen box?
It
I
wasn't
don't
me.
know. Wasn't me.
They
My
don't
guess is
give me those.
Gene or Kevin, I think, has sculpted most of the spiders. I can't guarantee that's in the denizen box, but it's.
Oh,
Gene or-
Rax said to ask me for goblin doxies.
Oh boy.
Hey, I could whip up
Champion.
some goblin doxies.
Paladin, Bard, Sorcerer, Rogue, Hobgoblin Adventures would be great. You know, there's so much stuff that we have left to do.
No kidding.
Trogs are amazing. More, please. Well, thanks. We added one for sure right now, so
Yes.
yeah. You're welcome.
He ain't picking up again.
Shimmer
He's
scale
like, "I don't trust
goblins.
you."
There you go. That's a good idea.
That would be an interesting cross section.
Yeah, with mushrooms. More trogs. Yep. Again, the more popular you make these, the more likely it is you'll get more. So
Tell Ron to let you make a lady adventurer pack as a power up.
just tell Ron that. Just say,
I'll
Ron,
just tell him,
I
yeah.
get to do this.
Well, you know what? I'll just pull Jason's approach and like make it,
Yep.
and then just give it to him and be like, now you have to use it because I made it.
That's right. But that doesn't work anymore. So
Ooh, what
No
are your,
weasel
that's a good
monster.
question. What are your favorite sculpts from the Kickstarter?
Ah.
Sturges.
you know, I don't want you to give up hope on the Weasel Monster.
That guy's big.
He's big.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites, definitely.
That's a 3-inch base. He was supposed to be a 2-inch base, but then Ron was like, how big is he if he's on a 3-inch base?
Right.
Yep. Yeah, they've been bumping it
Bigger.
up a little bit.
Look at that. Look at that grouping right there. So, corset. This guy's in
Corset.
the corset. These two are in the
Briarwood.
The Briarwood.
Briarwood.
Well,
And-
and Shimmer Scales and Briarwood.
and shimmer
And
scales and
Briarwood, yeah.
Briarwood. So Briarwood is a $50 add-on, I'm assuming, right? So it's just, it's these 3 miniatures. That's $50 in a lot of places, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably more.
This is a hell of a
This
pair.
is $50 in
This is a
a
hell of
lot
a pair
of
to
places.
draw to right there. You see that
So-
on the table, you're going to be
Yeah.
in trouble.
Actually, I wanted to ask you a question about this one. On his belt buckle area, is that just like a really intricately engraved belt buckle, or is that like a real demon inhabiting
His
an
belly?
artifact?
Well, that would depend on your paint job.
And your
so.
dungeon master.
Could
Yeah.
be either way.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Frank-
imagine it as a metal.
Frank's going to
Belt
wipe
buckle.
us out with all
Okay.
these.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of dimension and character to the face of it. I think it could go either way.
It could. I may have actually sculpted it in 3D and
Intentionally.
planned it. Let's see.
We got 18 minutes left. Hey, when are you leaving?
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
18, 19.
So on Tuesday, we're going to be doing a Crow's Nest episode from the studio here at Brinewood
fancy.
Studios.
Fancy.
And we're going to be rotating in a bunch of live guests. Would you like to
Justin.
also be on with us on Tuesday?
I'd love to.
Okay. So we're going to do another catch up on everything that happened in the Kickstarter.
Don't let him trick you into broadcasting your phone number. All
Yeah.
and we'll have more information at that time too on what's going on and
Just
what might be
occurred to
thrown
me
in the.
that
Oh,
we don't have Brinewood Studios T-shirts.
it's about to break 20.
Oh, but it's 40.
20.
45.
Somebody disconnect
Yeah.
Trashorama.
Yeah, it's get
Banned.
rid trash.
Trash is
Yeah.
banned.
Yeah.
Banned.
We've been trying for months.
Buy trash.
Banned.
Bye bye.
Buy trash. You're banned.
Bye bye. Yeah,
Belt of Demon Strength.
yeah.
Do
If
they
you fail
ever
strength
tell
check,
you who's painting your
you
stuff?
love a death save.
We assume everybody that buys it is going to paint.
No,
our
I
stuff.
mean like
Yeah, Frank
like the
does.
professional people.
Yeah.
No.
8:45. Thank you,
Whoever Ron
Cranky.
assigns it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for the game with Frank,
Yeah.
Frank will tell
Oh,
us who
right,
painted
yeah,
it.
for the
And Trash has been
Reaper.
painting
Sometimes-
stuff and trying to kill
Sometimes
us.
we know because Ron assigns them based on who he thinks is strong at that particular miniature. So
Yeah.
I
That's
can
why
tell you who's going to be painting. some of
Trashorama
yours.
is permabanned.
Yeah.
I personally love
Permaband.
Aaron Lovejoy's paint jobs on Bobby's Trolls.
We don't say
I
Aaron
think that's
Lovejoy's
a-
name here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
He's dragon famous.
Yeah, but we don't talk about him. No.
Let's see. Yeah.
The Troll
Sandy's
King
was
on the
great.
throne. I don't think there was a Troll King on the
Nope,
throne.
there was never a Trog King on a throne.
No,
there
not
was
a
a thing
Trog.
on a throne,
Yes.
and we don't know yet where it is.
Oh, no.
yeah. Oh, and that's, there is a couple of things that I know about that I'll be disappointed, and that's probably top on
Oddly
the
enough,
list.
That was one of the first things we sculpted for this Kickstarter.
And I think old DM.
It's a deep one.
I hope that
Yeah.
There is a
makes
deep one on the throne because you and I did it together.
Yeah,
that was
and
such a
that's
cool
what I'm
thing.
referring.
Yes, I know,
That's what I'll be. That's what we're kind of
Since they haven't
subtly
revealed it
hinting
in the
about.
Kickstarter, we were still kind of talking around it.
Duh.
But now you spilled the beans.
I mean, come on.
Whatever.
I know, right? Anyways, that's
There's
what.
15 minutes left for the
15
love of
minutes and
Pete.
Let the bean
45
spilling
seconds.
begin.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We can do it.
Bean
15 minutes.
schmeen.
Yeah.
Arm
Text all of
wrestling-
your friends.
Arm wrestling Orc Lady, I'm sure she'll show up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And something.
I want you
somewhere.
guys all to remember that we are boosting our production of Bones USA miniatures also.
Yes. There's a newer that Kevin was showing me, the newer mix, the plastic mix.
Oh,
John
for the
probably knows the
USA?
best term for the Bones USA mix of stuff. And it is really, really good.
Yeah, it's a little
it
bit harder.
cleans
Yeah.
really well. Yeah. Yeah, they're
Yeah, Mike Disney, you're right. We really like that material, so we're
Yeah,
hoping
it's
to be
great
able to.
yeah, I think some of these will be in Bones
Yeah.
USA.
And so that is another thing is some of the stuff you've seen maybe wasn't ever going to be in Kickstarter and was going to be for Bones fairly
Bones
soon.
Kickstarter,
So
Bones for-
we have that.
You have a favorite
reason
moment from
they
one of
showed
the
the throne on
past
Reaper Live.
Kickstarters.
They did.
How many Bones Kickstarters have you been through? And do you have a favorite moment from one of our past Kickstarters? I will go first.
Okay.
It was
you should. You always do anyway.
I know. It was the last Kickstarter we
me,
did.
me.
Yeah. Well, I'm channeling my inner John. It was the interviews we did with Ron, and we really made him feel uncomfortable because that was like some of our very first interviews that we did.
That was
and
fun.
It was a lot of fun. And look, for me, as the painter, just getting to see all the cool stuff you do and begging and pleading to be able to say, I want to paint that, I want to paint that, and getting a chance to
Listen
paint it.
this. Wow. That was
That's why I wanted to go first,
that was
Jason,
more,
so I could
way more
set you
sincere than I thought you were gonna.
so I could set
manage
you
it.
guys
That
up
was
to really
fantastic.
talk about yourselves more.
He's
I
up
just
his
really
cheese eating game.
I know.
He puts cheese eating
Yeah.
marks on
No,
the
he's
store
soliciting a
tab.
compliment. We want to say our favorite moment of Kickstarter was when Michael
Jackson.
Proctor,
Like a-
when he agreed to paint our miniatures.
Yeah, that was my favorite moment.
That
Yeah,
was our favorite moment.
yeah. No, I don't
No,
need that from
my
you.
favorite moment was just a minute ago when you were telling me how great I was.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Jason Weeby, what's your favorite moment
In what?
in
In
the
the
last
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter?
Storm Giants.
This Kickstarter or just all Kickstarter?
All
Do you remember
Kickstarters,
the
he said.
freaking question? It was the past Kickstarters. How many were you
I
involved
have
with,
to say,
and what
the
was your
very
favorite
first
moment?
Kickstarter, when it ended, I was ecstatic.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the first Kickstarter we'd been in, especially together with all these people, and it was tremendous.
Yeah.
And I get that same feeling at the end of every Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to describe to be
Uh-huh.
able to sit around with all these talented people and all work in the same thing. The Barbarian Prince has been updated and is now fully in the core box.
Oh, cool.
Right.
You know, core
Oh.
box is a lot nicer than core set. Then we don't have all that confusion.
Why isn't he communicating that to us?
Storm
so
Giant
we
Queen
We've
can
only got
communicate.
12 minutes left.
Shit.
Goobertown has a great video about Siocast. Goobertown also has a video about Bobby, but they don't
Won't
mention
you
his
take
name.
me
I
to
know it. Those villains.
Goobertown?
Goobertown hobbies.
World's best styrene sprue
Yeah,
was
that's
sculpted by Bobby
The
Jackson.
greatest styrene brew.
Yeah.
Will you do some lighthouse sculpting on Crow's Nest? You know what? I will.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We'll do that. That'll be fun.
I will. I'll
That'll
have
be
to
fun.
watch Christine's stream though to figure out how you
Yeah.
hook the stupid
Well,
ZBrush to the-
we'll each get a Pringles can, and we'll start
There's no
applying
Pringles
things.
can.
You should not watch me
Yeah,
for how to
why
do
don't- Why
terrain.
don't you build a damn White House, Mr. Pringle?
Hey, I'm a natural at styrene.
But if you want to kick that slaughter
Pringles can't,
walrus
is it?
over, I'm happy
Yeah.
to do that.
All right, screwed the pooch on that one. Okay,
Yeah.
Barbarian Prince was already in the Conqueror and King that remained to be added. I believe when Ron said all the barbarian
Rex.
princes, I believe
Call
he means
Ron
all
back.
of them.
We got to clarify this.
All right, hold on.
You can look on the page.
He'll be down here in just a second. He's wrapping up. He's
Is
wrapping up. He's coming. Nope. You don't need to
Okay.
call. You don't,
you're
all right.
you're competent to interrupt, but are you competent to put the image on the screen?
There's a good point. Corsair
What-
is
what
now
image?
only
The storm giant?
$1.09, so almost $1.10 is all you're paying each for the miniatures in the core set.
Holy moly!
$1.10.
That's crazy.
So you're here live
And
with
they're
our
not all
audience
just
right
little
now.
people, right? Look at some of the
What
stuff.
do you
So
want? Hey, wait! I got Ron.
Whenever the
I got
front
Ron.
page, whenever the Kickstarter ends, the front page launches, we have to make sure all our stuff's tidied up. So
Okay.
that's what we're
Where'd
working
the
on now.
bag of
We're
metal
tidying
coins go?
everything up on
Yeah.
the front page, so we need to make sure that's dialed in so everything is in there.
Right.
We still got 10 minutes.
So take your time.
All three barbarians. That's the key.
All three barbarian